Mods are an important experience at YSC because I think primarily there's a number of really formative experiences that students gain when they just start the academic learning. First is community building. They're going to actually form a community of students that will essentially learn off each other, learn to become friends, such that when they graduate, they will have an automatic network. The second is learning in terms of understanding the nuances and the complexities of environmental management, exposing students to on-the-ground experiences around management issues, around water, around forests, around the ecology of industry, the ecology of people.
In part it is building community, team building, getting to know each other, exploring their own interests and each other's interests, because we have such a diverse group of students from around the world, around the country, with diverse backgrounds. It's really important before they're sitting in class together for them to start to form a community.
Yeah, they're sitting on other roads that then get changed.
So the skills that students will learn in the New Haven Urban Mod, in the New Haven Mod, is really threefold. It's 3 days, and it's progressive. Solutions around green space, solutions around environmental justice. Work with the community to solve problems around water pollution, solve problems around climate mitigation, solve problems around wildlife and conservation and recreational experiences. It's multifaceted, it's solutions oriented, but before you understand, and in terms of applying solutions, you've got to understand the circumstance, the site, the ecology of the system that you're working in.
You have to think about is planting trees is great, but there's also a carbon cost that is associated with planting trees. They have to be grown in a nursery.
Understanding place is critical to solving environmental problems. And to start to think about ways to understand place, whether that is primary data collection, which is the focus of day one, getting dirty in the woods, measuring trees, or whether it's reading secondary sources and then talking to practitioners, which is kind of the focus of day two, or whether it's on day three, starting to give back to the community a little bit by actually putting in some sweat equity, and in the process, kind of understanding community needs. So New Haven is a great location for a Science to Solutions mod, in part because this is going to be the students' home for the next 2 years, and getting some initial appreciation for the kinds of issues, environmental justice issues, that are at play in New Haven is really important.
Well, the neat thing about New Haven is it is a typical average city. And if you think about where people are in landscapes, by far the majority of people now live in cities. And the problems that are essentially people problems are often connected to these same phenomena, land and water.
It's a small city with a very deep and strong industrial history, which very much affects the environmental problems today. So one thing that students come away with is an appreciation for the way that legacies, whether that's the industrial legacy of New Haven, the legacy of racism, the legacy of colonialism, all those affect the problems of today and the solutions that are available to us. My favorite part of mods is, I'm biased, I'm a water person. On day two, we go kayaking on the Mill River, and there's nothing quite like being on the water, understanding the different substrates, how the river flows in different ways, in different parts and different reaches, seeing the vegetation, understanding, being able to identify wetland vegetation, understand something about the importance of wetlands.
So my most favorite part of working in mods is really engaging with the students, getting to know the students, understanding where they're coming from, understanding what their interests are.